Hey guys, so let me straighten that up a little bit. Okay, so I wanted to get on here. I've kind of kept this not really a secret, but kind of a secret because I wanted to avoid, I don't know, just some people are drama, and I prefer not to have that in my life. So, I'm slowly coming to terms with it and getting it out there. But I am currently looking at doing weight loss surgery. And if I can talk right, what I'm going to do is going to be the VSG, which is or VGS. I'm still learning all the terminology. It's the gastric sleeve. And I have a Facebook page for it if you want to see what I'm doing, what's going on, things like that. But I wanted to just sit down and go over the first two appointments because I looked and I looked and I looked everywhere and I could not find any information on what to expect for your first two appointments ever. I'm talking your first appointment going to your doctor and talking to your doctor, and then your first appointment with your bariatric clinic. So there's nothing out there. Like, nobody tells you what to expect. So this is going to be appointment number one with the doctor, and then appointment number two with the actual bariatric clinic. So appointment one with the doctor, completely like, I don't even know how to explain it, but it was anticlimactic. Climactic, I guess is the right word. So I go, and I'm nervous. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to expect. What if they tell me I'm a loser and you can't do this? So I go in and I talk to my doctor. I have a new doctor because my other doctor, her husband, got transferred to another military installation. Long story short, I got a new guy doctor, which is fine. I don't mind guy doctors. They just don't understand women emotions. So anyhow, let me go ahead and get back into that. So we talked, and I told him I was interested in bariatric surgery. And he's like, okay. Then that was it. Like, that was it. The nurse practitioner took my weight, calculated my BMI, asked me a few questions, asked me if and this was a funny question to me because I, of course, was PMSing at the time. But she was like, "Are you suicidal or homicidal at this point?" And I look at her and I'm like, "Is that a trick question? Because I'm PMSing and I could probably stab anybody at this point." And she just laughed and looked at me, and I'm like, "People don't understand my jokes. Never mind. No, I'm fine. I don't want to kill myself or anybody. Like, not for real." So that was pretty much it. Appointment number one. That was it. I do have TRICARE, so they have to put the referral in. It was on a Friday. By Tuesday, I had an appointment with the bariatric clinic. So that was it for appointment number one. Simple, clean cut, not much. I thought there was going to be more information. I asked questions. They couldn't give me the answers because they don't perform surgery there. He was not a bariatric surgeon. But that I would get more information when I went to the bariatric clinic. So I took down a bunch of notes. If you can see my light so bright, took down a bunch of notes when I went to the bariatric clinic. What I suggest is when you go, do research before. Yes, some things that you see are not going to be right. Some things are going to be contradicting. No, and ask questions when you go in there. Just because when I went, there was some people that were there, and it's not their fault. They didn't research. They had a huge lack of knowledge as to what you want to look out for, at least with yourself. So first things first, they want us to do a low carb, low fat diet. Done it before. I know I can do it again. Never really done the low fat because I lived off bacon and cheese and eggs. So I'm having to kind of change it up a little bit. But you need to know that when you do a low carb diet, for the first week when you do it, you could feel sick because you don't have those carbs in you, and your body's changing from burning carbs for energy to burning fats, which is, I think, called ketosis, or it's, I don't even know how to spell it, keto, something like that. But anyhow, so I have to do a low carb, low fat diet. They want me to lose 8% of my body weight, which for me is 22 pounds by January. I'm down probably 5 in the last 3 weeks, I think, 2 weeks, something like that. But I still like pizza. I had that. Taco Bell. Yeah. And I haven't been able to walk. I broke my foot a couple weeks ago or about a week ago. And well, I broke like one toe, but my entire foot, I really couldn't walk on it. So I've been kind of limited until my foot healed up. But hopefully within the next week or so, I can start walking again. Know what net carbs are and alcohol sugars. Look that up because she's going to go more in depth one-on-one, but the more you know about it, the more you can plan your foods right. So for me, I have to do 3 months of a supervised diet, which isn't bad. Some people have to do 6. I have to come in monthly, so they can take in my weight and how I'm doing. It's kind of like a mini talk session. What else? You have to be nicotine free, so I've actually quit smoking. I'm not quite 100% nicotine free because I do vape, but I should be there really soon. I have to do a sleep study. A lot of the stuff I can get done on base, and they give you a list of what you want or what they want you to do. And then your surgeon. So this is 2 different places I'm going to. I'm going, well, really 3. One is my doctor on base, which so I can get some of the required stuff for free, so I don't have to pay for it. And then one is a bariatric clinic, which is like the nutritionist and stuff. And she goes over everything with you, kind of talks with you through stuff. And then you have to go to the surgeon and meet with them, so that they can tell you what they're wanting and really correlate with everybody to make sure that you get all the appointments that you need. So everybody's is different, but this is the way I'm having to do it. And I'm doing it this way because it's cost effective. Most people could look at spending $500 to $2,000 in getting it done. Me doing it this way, I'll probably have to pay maybe a total of $200 or $300. So it's really, really, thank God it's really inexpensive for me. What else? So we talked about a lot in there. For me, I did not have to have a comorbidity because my BMI is so high. Because my BMI is high, I don't have to have diabetes or anything like that. What else? I'm looking at my notes here. There's a program fee where I go at. Regardless, even if I didn't use them, I still have to pay that program fee. I guess that's how they get their money. I don't know. I don't really agree with it, but I can't complain because I don't really have to pay a lot. So I can't complain. Some of the stuff that you have to get done, okay? And I have a sheet. They gave me a sheet right here. I have to have a EGD, which is where they put a scope down my throat. I will be asleep for it, but they need to make sure my stomach is okay and that it can undergo that surgery. An H. pylori test. Not sure what that is. A negative nicotine test, which I'm going to be getting that done soon. An occupational therapy evaluation, not sure what that is. A sleep study, which I can get that done through the military. Those are the required ones. Your surgeon's nurse will set this appointment up for you. So for those, but my surgeon's nurse isn't going to do that. I'm actually going to go through base, so I don't have to pay for anything. If you're 50 or older, you have to have a colonoscopy. If you're 40 or older, you have to have a mammogram, if you haven't had one in the last 4 to 5 years. A mental health evaluation, I can get that done on base, thank goodness. And then a 3-year weight history, which you're going to sign papers so they can get all of your medical history, and they'll verify your weight over time to see where you're at and where you were, all that. That's really it for the first 2. You do have to complete a nutrition class. which is the $200 that you have to do. I think it's two. I don't remember, but it's the payment that I have to make, the program fee. But there's some things you got to do on here, so make sure you go through, make sure you know what you're getting into. Every doctor is different. This is just an overall idea, but from what I've seen online, this is the majority of what everybody has to get, which is an EGD, which is going to be a scope down your throat to make sure your stomach is okay. I don't know what a high pylori test is. Oh, it's a bacteria test. That's what that is. A negative nicotine test, occupational therapy evaluation, sleep study, mental evaluation, medical clearance for surgery. So your doctor's going to have to do that like when you get to the end of everything. So even though you go through everything, if something happened and you're at the end of it and you have a stomach ulcer or you have an enlarged, liver at this point, that could deny you. So it's really good to follow these instructions. But that's appointment 1 and 2 so far. So very anticlimactic for the first appointment. Second appointment was more interesting. Right now I'm running about 2 to 3 appointments, about 2 appointments a week for me. So anyhow, if you guys have questions, just go ahead and comment below. I'm going to keep these videos going. I do have another appointment coming up Wednesday, another one coming up Friday. Today's Tuesday, so I got one tomorrow and then Friday, and then I have even more again next week. So it's pretty much weekly that I have appointments I have to go to. But other than that, so far so good. So if you guys have questions or have any suggestions, anything like that, go ahead and comment below, and I appreciate you guys watching. Again, this is a no drama zone, so if you're watching it just to be hateful, bye. I don't need you here. I don't. So yeah, don't watch. If you just want to be stalking and be nosy, I don't got time for you. So yeah, I don't know what to say. But I appreciate it, and if you guys are here just because you want to know more and you are thinking about going this direction, please, research it. It's really, really important. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure that you do like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.